Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this video we are going to talking about the blood supply of nose. So first is the blood supply of the nasal septum. Nose is richly supplied by both external and internal carotid system, both on the septum and the lateral wall. So the internal carotid artery have a branch ophthalmic artery which enters the orbit through the optic canal and give off the two branches anterior ethmoidal artery, which during entry into the nose produce a projection known as the anterior ethmoidal notch, and it supplies the anterior part of the septum. Now the posterior ethmoidal artery, which supplies the posterior superior part of the nose. Both the artery, anterior and the posterior ethmoidal, pierces the lamina papyracea and pass through the same named foramen, enters into the nose. Now the external carotid artery give off the branch facial artery, which has a branch known as the superior labial artery, which has a septal branch which supplies the nasal septum. And another branch of the external carotid artery is the maxillary artery, which give off the two branches. Sphenopalatine artery, which runs through the sphenopalatine foramen, which present 1 centimeter behind the posterior end of the middle turbinate and enters into the nose and supplies the septum. And another branch is the greater palatine artery, which runs through the greater palatine foramen and supplies the palate and runs more upward to supplies the nose. So one more important point is the anterior-inferior part of the nasal septum just above the vestibule has an area known as the Little's area, which contain four arteries. Septal branch of the superior labial, sphenopalatine artery, greater palatine artery, and anterior ethmoidal artery, which anastomose here to form the vascular plexus known as the Kisselbeck's plexus. This area is exposed to drying effect of the inspiratory current and to the fingernail trauma and is usual site for the epistaxis in the child and adults. This artery is the artery of the epistaxis. Now the blood supply of the lateral wall of the nose. It is also supplied by the internal carotid and the external carotid artery system. So the internal carotid artery gives the branch ophthalmic artery, which enters into the orbit through the optic canal and give off the two branch anterior ethmoidal artery, which pass through the anterior ethmoidal foramen, and the posterior ethmoidal artery pass through the posterior ethmoidal foramen and enters into the nose to supply it. And the external carotid artery give off the branch facial artery, which has the many branches. So some branch of the facial artery supplies the lateral wall of the nose inferiorly, and the maxillary artery is one more branch of the external carotid artery, give off the two branch sphenopalatine artery, which has many branches. So some branch of the sphenopalatine artery supplies the nose lateral wall posteriorly, and maxillary artery give more branches, lesser palatine artery, which supplies the inferior part of the nose, and the greater palatine artery, which also supplies the inferior part of the lateral nose. The retrocolumellar vein is joint venous plexus on the lateral wall of the nose, also known as the Woodruff's plexus, which present inferior to posterior end of inferior turbinate. It is the common site of the venous bleeding in the young people. Thank you.